$20 million scam at courts, a wanted Jamaican killer from Florida captured in New Jersey, while St. Elizabeth Rapist sentenced to 57 years. This is YouTube's Jamaican Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Every registered Jamaican taxpayer who earns $3 million or under will benefit from a reverse tax credit of $20,000. This was announced by Minister of Finance and Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark, who says that the reverse income tax credit provision is intended for the mass of the working people who contribute to the Jamaican economy through monthly or regular statutory deductions. Closing the 2024-25 budget debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, Dr. Clark said the primary beneficiaries will be persons who earn below the income tax threshold, particularly Jamaicans earning close to the minimum wage. He said there are already approximately 570,000 Jamaicans who earn less than $3 million in 2023 and who contributed to the system via education tax, National Housing Trust, and the National Insurance Scheme statutory deductions. Meanwhile, the fraud squad investigators are looking into what seems to be a significant scam at the Maypen branch of Courts Jamaica in Clarendon. This comes after the arrest and indictment of a cashier who is suspected of stealing approximately $20 million from the corporation. Therese Blake, 26-year-old and an administrative supervisor, was charged last week. Miss Blake has been charged with theft as a servant, engaging in a transaction involving criminal commodities and possessing criminal property, and it is claimed that between June 2023 and March 2024, Miss Blake manipulated payment figures for customers who collected their remittance at the store's JN MoneyGram area. And it is also claimed that after changing the amount, she pocketed the remainder as part of the fraudulent scheme. Meanwhile, a Jamaican man wanted since 2021 for the killing of a 20-year-old woman and her 1-year-old daughter has been apprehended in the United States. The Orange County Sheriff Office in Florida said on Tuesday that John Dwayne Griffiths, 23 years old, was detained after being pulled over in New Jersey. 20-year-old Massenia Malcolm was discovered shot to death inside a car on September 2021 along with her daughter. According to investigators, the 1-year-old died from being left alone in a hot car. Griffiths was living with Malcolm, her boyfriend, and their child at the time of the killing. Griffiths shot the man in the car, according to the boyfriend, who was discovered shot multiple times. The man said Griffiths drove away with his girlfriend and the baby in the car, and he feared she had also been shot. Griffiths is now charged with first-degree murder in the murder of Malcolm and her infant. And in addition, he's going to be charged with attempted murder in the attempted killing of her boyfriend. A 46-year-old taxi operator in St. Elizabeth has been sentenced to 57 years imprisonment at hard labor for sexual assaulting a 63-year-old woman more than 4 years ago. Dwight Salmon, who was tried in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court, received 25 years for rape, 8 years for forcible abduction, 5 years for buggery, 3 years for grievous bodily harm, 1 year for assault at common law, and 15 years for illegal possession of a firearm, and he will be eligible for parole after serving 25 years. Salmon was found guilty on all charges on March 20, and the court heard that on the morning of December 28 of 2019, the 63-year-old complainant boarded Salmon's taxi at the gate of the Black River Hospital. Upon reaching the vicinity of the Black River Bridge, Salmon brandished a gun and took the woman to a location in Hounslow where he raped her. Salmon was arrested in January of 2020 and was later charged after he was pointed out in an identification parade. The Falmouth police have arrested a man in connection with the seizure of a .45 Haskell pistol and 4 45mm rounds of ammunition during an operation in Litchfield Wait-A-Bit in Trelawney on Tuesday, March 26. Reports indicate that about 6:45 a.m., lawmen searched a premises during which the firearm and ammunition was found wrapped in a white plastic bag, and the man's identity is being withheld pending further investigations. A 36-year-old Higgler has been charged with murder following a stabbing incident along North Parade, Kingston on Monday, March 11. He's Damian Lewis, otherwise called Jackfruit and Rasta of Mountain View Avenue, Kingston 2. Dead is 27-year-old Shonda Paul Williams of Rockingham Road, Kingston 2. Reports from the Central Police are that about 9:10 a.m. a verbal altercation developed between Lewis and Williams. The squabble reportedly became physical, and Williams reportedly tried to walk away from Lewis when he was attacked. Knives were brought into play. Williams reportedly managed to inflict a wound to his attacker's abdomen before he was stabbed in the neck. and both men were transported to hospital where Williams succumbed to his injuries and Lewis was treated and admitted under police guard. Charges were laid against Lewis on Monday, March 25th, after he was released from hospital, and a court date is now being arranged for him. A 23-year-old man is now facing a wounding with intent charge after reportedly stabbing a motorist who refused to accept his help while changing his tire on the Coral Gardens main road in St. James recently. Charge is Davian Phillips, otherwise called Brida, of Grangepen Lilliput in the parish. The Coral Gardens police reported that about 9:30 on March 16, a man stopped at a section of the roadway to change his tires when he was approached by Phillips, who offered to assist him. When the man said he did not need any help, Phillips reportedly proceeded to inflict stab wounds to the man's body. Police personnel who were nearby witnessed the knife attack intervene, the police said. They arrested Phillips and assisted the injured man to hospital where he was treated. And this is very insane. For telling someone he don't need any help and almost lose his life, something is wrong with Jamaica. On to sports, Jamaica should have an easy path to qualify for the World Cup this time around as they will not face the three top teams in CONCACAF. US, Mexico, and Canada are hosts of the next World Cup, so they all get a bye to take part without playing any qualifier. Jamaica, meantime, should have a few easy teams to play in their zone. Jamaica is in Zone E and include the British Virgin Islands, Guatemala, Dominica, and the Dominican Republic. Only Guatemala have any chance of resistance against the strong Reggae Boys squad. The Reggae Boys will open their account against the Dominican Republic on June 6 at the Jamaica's National Stadium. On to cricket, Excelsior High are ISSA first Global Grey Shield champions after a crushing 420 runs win over St. Jago with a day to spare in the three-day final at Sabina Park. Excelsior demolished St. Jago for just 52 runs in their second innings in their chase of a mammoth total 473 runs for victory, with Tamari Redwood taking 6 wickets for 16 runs and Captain Michael Clark snaring 3 for 11. Only Vital Laws with 16 runs got into double figures in St. Jago's second innings. Excelsior with 337 runs in the first innings set up a mammoth target after posting 292 for 9 declared in their second innings. Play of the match, David Dewar top scored with 91, while DeMarcus Scott made 70. Milton Locane took 5 for 122. And after resuming the day's play on 133 for 8, St. Jago could only manage 24 more runs as they were bowled out for 157 in reply to Excelsior's first innings of 337 all out. Scores again: Excelsior in the first innings 337, in the second 292 for 7, while St. Jago in their first innings made 157 and 52 in their second. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you missed the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to keep it going. And that's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.